There are many different techniques of hacking. Some are finding and exploiting the vulnerabilities to gain access to the back end, while others are more of a form of trickery such as phishing. In fact, there really is no right or wrong way. It all depends on the target and their setup. As someone who can code in PHP and HTML, I am still blown away by the intellect and patience some hackers have. It really is a phenomenal skill. In this list, we'll be showing you 5 of the best hackers in the world. We would like to give a big shout out to viewers the All Mighty Jetfire, Daniel Chester, Rufentic V2, Camo Friday, Finelli the First, Good Gifts, Jonah Leblanc and PanCake for suggesting this video. Number 5. Albert Gonzalez. How safe is internet banking? When we browse through the profile of this mastermind, we are certain that one ought to use the World Wide Web with immense care. For 2 long years, Albert Gonzalez stole credit card information from internet users. This was recorded to be the biggest credit card theft in the history of mankind. He resold approximately 170 million credit cards and ATM numbers. He did so by installing a sniffer and sniffing out the computer data from internal corporate networks. When arrested, Gonzalez was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Number 4. Jonathan James. The first juvenile to be imprisoned for a cybercrime at the age of 16, Jonathan James, or better known as Comrade, hacked into the Defense Threat Reduction Agency of the US Department. Further, he installed a sniffer that scrutinized the messages passed on between the DTRA employees. Not only did he keep a check on the messages being passed around, in the process he collected the passwords and usernames and other such vital details of the employees, and further even stole essential software. All this cost NASA to shut down its system and pay from their own pocket $41,000. However, he had a bitter ending as James committed suicide in 2008. Number 3. Adrian Lamo. Adrian Lamo decided to switch careers when he realized the potentials of his skills. He became famous when he hacked into Yahoo, Microsoft, Google and the New York Times. This did lead to his arrest, but later helped him gain the position of an American threat analyst. A guy who would hack into top-notch accounts sitting in the spacious and comforting cafeterias, libraries and internet cafes soon turned WikiLeaks suspect Bradley Manning over to the FBI. While Manning was arrested for leaking several hundred sensitive US government documents, Lamo went into hiding, or should we presume, undercover. Number 2. Gary McKinnon. Gary McKinnon wanted to gain information on UFOs, so decided to gain direct access into NASA. He infiltrated 97 US military and NASA computers by installing viruses and deleting a few files. All the efforts to satisfy his curiosity, but his curiosity was his downfall. It was soon found that McKinnon was guilty of having hacked the military and NASA websites from his girlfriend's aunt house in London. While entering and deleting the files from these websites wasn't enough, McKinnon thought of shaming the security forces by putting a notice on the website that said, "Your security is crap." Well, looks like McKinnon was something if he could shut down the US military network of about 2,000 computers for 24 hours, making the hack the biggest military computer hack of all time. Number 1. Barnaby Jack. When we think of hackers, we usually think of similar stories to the people on this list. Barnaby Jack is probably one of the most mind-blowing hackers ever to have lived. Instead of hacking into government networks, stealing credit card information or leaking sensitive data, he remotely hacked ATM machines to quite literally spit out money on demand. Now, I do have to say that he didn't do it for personal gain. He was a security consultant and purely did it to demonstrate his abilities. But the idea that he could infiltrate ATM machines to spit out money is just an insane hack. In fact, there are videos of him on YouTube where he demonstrates his abilities. Along with hacking ATMs, he was also able to quite scarily hack pacemakers and insulin pumps. In other words, if someone had a pacemaker or insulin pump, he could in theory kill that person from his computer by taking control of the devices. Sadly, in 2013, he mysteriously died at the age of 35. Thank you for watching, and if you have a video idea, why not leave a comment below, and if we make it, we'll give you a big shout out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome daily lists of all things 5. This is All 5, and until next time, feed your mind.